Welcome to a new video. I am Coach D, and today's topic is going to be how to level up in your career now. If you want to level up in your career, you do not need to wait for months or for years. There are actions you can take today that will separate you from the crowd and help you see results faster than you expect. These are 4 ways to make that happen. Number 1, create a priority list. Usually, most of the stuff that we do, even if we do a lot of repetition in it, and although we are being productive, won't actually reap the best results. The 80-20 rule says that 20% of efforts generate 80% of the successes. On YouTube, for example, this means focusing on the 2 main things that grab and generate attention: the thumbnail and the title. You can have the best video in the world, but if no one clicks on it, it's worth nothing. Find the key actions in your field and do more of that. Focus more energy, more time on that. Now, those are 2 of the arguably easiest things to do when creating a YouTube video. But that's where the 80-20 rule can be applied in YouTube. Remember, creating a thumbnail and a title is only about 20% of the process, yet it reaps 80% of results. Even if people don't end up sticking with your video, you've done the biggest thing, which is to get them to click in the first place. 20% of efforts, 80% of results. To translate that into your world, you need to ask yourself, what is the biggest needle mover within what I do? If you're in sales, maybe it's following up with clients. If it's arts, maybe it's something that you add at the end of every one of your paintings. You need to find out the answer to the question of what takes the process further along the line so that I can get to where I want to be faster, and then do a lot more of that. Now you may be wondering, but yeah, there's this whole other part of work that I still have to do. And I understand. Which takes me to the next thing. Number 2, look for ways to cut down time and energy on tasks that don't drive as much results. If meetings are taking too much time, shorten them to 15 minutes. If emails drain your focus, use templates. If editing takes forever, outsource it. Free up your time and energy so you can focus on high impact work. Find ways to save that super important time, energy, and focus for the things that matter the most. Remember the 80-20 rule, always. Number 3, one of the fastest ways to improve your productivity is to plan your next day before you go to sleep. Write down 5 non-negotiable tasks, which will in turn remove decision fatigue. It'll keep you focused on the tasks, and it'll stop you from wasting valuable time in the morning. Do this every day for 6 months, and you'll see how much progress you will make. So the fastest and best way to track productivity is to keep a list of things that need to be done tomorrow. Once you've completed them, just check. Check the things that you've completed. Super simple. And remember, these are the 5 things that have to be done. Things that are non-negotiable. Leave out all of the maybes. Number 4, understand the startup delay. Success takes longer than expected. You can put in hours of work, but the results will almost always be out of your control. The only thing you can control is your effort and consistency. If you're not seeing progress, refine the process and keep going. The people who win are the ones that refuse to quit. Look, the competition is fierce wherever you go. There's people waiting to use you or trample you to get where they want to be or become who they want to become. What we cannot lose sight of is the only thing that we can control, and that's the actions that we take. And that's pretty much it. We can do hours upon hours of work on something, but at the end of the day, it's also the other side that will have to come and meet us halfway to make things happen. When that happens for the other side is something that we cannot control. Focusing on what we can impact, which is the quality of the product, the quality of the service, or anything else we're doing, whilst also being patient for the other side, is just what the game comes out to be at the end of the day. We can give value and shake things up and challenge people's beliefs to try and impact them. But that's pretty much the only thing we can and should do. The rest of the focus goes back on your own work. Look, deals are meant to be closed. Videos are meant to go viral, and so they will. But that initial effort will have to be put in without expecting anything in return, and potentially without expecting anything for a prolonged period of time. And if you come to a point where you are expecting some sort of a result and it's not happening, don't quit. Go back on your process, improve again and again and again, and then see what happens. It is only our determination that we will not leave or quit until something happens is what pushes us through that inevitable startup debate. Remember, there are no secrets to success. It is the result of hard work, preparation, and learning from failure, and the repetition of the same process again and again until we succeed. Not gonna keep the outro too long. If this helped, drop a comment with the first step that you're gonna implement. And if you want more career strategies, hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.